Prettiest girl in town. Now don't you go breaking everybody in town. Now don't...
Hey, Paul.
Joe.
Go ahead, put it on. I never saw you wearing a gun.
Well,
put it on.
I don't wear a gun, Tommy. Ain't no reason to wear a gun.
Why'd you bring it then?
Well, it's just an old gun.
You run along inside. Here. Now do as you're told, or I won't let you have the penny.
Come on, Tom.
Come on.
I'm sorry, Joe. It's just that I didn't want him to see you. I never want him to know.
They ain't never gonna know, I promise you that, never.
Couldn't you just leave it here? Couldn't you?
No, it's best I wear it. Town's full of strangers. Wouldn't want somebody to steal it. Wouldn't want somebody to steal you either, you know? Now, you go on and do your shopping.
Shopping can wait. So will I.
All right.
Go on, get it over.
Well, hello, Mr. Newman.
Well, hello, Joe.
Sure, how are you?
Well, kind of expected to see you today. Set yourself down.
Expected to see me?
Well, I didn't figure you'd want to pass up the calf roping. Not with you holding the fastest time record in the basin.
Oh, that was quite some years ago when I done that.
Yeah, 5 years ago, to be exact. And you was swarming at the triangle out there.
That's right.
19 seconds flat. And that record ain't never been beat. Hope you've been keeping your hand in with the rope.
Well, to tell you the truth, I've been too busy for much practicing. Even if I did have the time, I can't afford to run meat off my steer just to get in a little roping.
Oh, that makes sense. Here, have a cigar.
No, thanks.
You wanted to see me about something?
Well, I need $500. Now, Ellen and me's got this thing figured pretty close, and that's just about what it'll take, right down to the dollar.
To do what?
To get some water out there in Christmas Creek. Now, I can put down a well, I can buy me a second-hand windmill, and then I'll run ditches all over the flatlands so I can irrigate in the summer when the creek dries up. I've got it all figured out. I know it'll work.
In other words, you burnt out and you ain't got enough feed to see you through the winter.
That's right.
I tried to warn you, this ain't no place for a nester. Now, with the big cow outfits, it's different. They can afford to take a loss and fight it through till they get a good year. But I don't like to do this, Joe, but I've had to say no to every nester up there on Christmas Creek. It just ain't no place for a little fella.
But they wouldn't stay little fellas if they had water. And it's down there. It's just 80 feet down there. $500 to bring it up to the top again. Then I could have some feed from my cattle.
How many head you got left?
43. A good bull to draw to.
That ain't enough to cover the mortgage I'm holding now, let alone another 500.
I know that.
So you got no security?
None.
It just ain't good banking, Joe. You know, people put money into a bank as well as borrow it out. They gotta have security.
Yes, I know.
Sure you won't have a cigar?
I'm real sure.
Then let me give you some advice. Ed Mason's here in town. I just give him some prize money for the rodeo. Now, why don't you have a talk with him, and he'll probably put you back on to swarming at the triangle.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. You don't want your wife and kids to move out there into that basin. I don't blame you. There ain't no place to raise a family. So, I tell you what we'll do. You bring in them 40 head, and I'll sell it. Then I'll put that money against the mortgage, and Ellen and the kids can go on living out there on Christmas Creek. We'll string out the payments, and what with your foreman's wages, you'll be all squared up in a few years.
Well, No, it ain't exactly that, Mr. McIntire. Now, not that I don't aim to get squared up, but I'll pay what I owe, but that land out there belongs to me. That's my ground. And if I could just get some water, I could grow beef. And I could be my own man. And when Tommy grows up, he could... Can't you see that? When Tommy grows up, he could work foreman for me. And someday it'll be his and Mary's. And then I'll feel I've lived for something. I suppose I'm talking crazy.
Sort of.
Well, that's what I figured on.
Well, why don't you have a talk with Ed Mason, then come see me, eh? How you fix for eating money?
All right.
Ellen and the kid?
Yeah, we're all right.
Joe. No hard feelings.
No. No. Like you say, people bring money in bank, they gotta have security. I ain't got much to offer.
Son, get on out there and see what Joe's up to.
Why?
That's the first time I ever saw Joe Newman wearing a gun. And he wears it too well.
Hello. Real nice. Even offered us eating money.
Did you tell him about the windmill?
I told him.
About the water that's underground if we just sink a well?
Yeah.
And he said no.
Rightfully so. Well, you better do your shopping, what little you can. I'll see you later. Oh, Helen.
Yes?
Could you maybe let me have $2?
Oh, take it.
What'll that leave?
8, 9, 10. It's enough for the supplies.
You were fixing to get a dress.
I wouldn't let us miss that rodeo for any dress in the world, you know.
All right.
Oh, here's trouble for you, Cat. Old 12-second Joe out to win the prize money. How's it going?
If I'd have known you were going to enter the roping contest, I'd have saved my $2 entry fee.
Oh, you rest easy. I can't compete with you young fellas anymore. I'm too busy raising a family.
Hey, it was. Yeah. The whole thing will be better this year.
Yeah, I think so.
You know, you got a good horse, but mine's better.
Here's Joe now.
Huh? Well, about time you got here, Joe.
Wondered when you stopped by.
Here, let's have you $2. You're just about to close the entry list.
Well, you can close whatever you want to. I don't think I'll do any roping this year. I'm just looking.
Well, you better take another look. $100 is a lot of money. Go ahead, say your name. I'll buy a drink.
No, I'm not drinking.
Any particular reason?
You're not drinking?
Yeah.
Well, I've been considering that pistol shoot up there. That $100, that's a lot of money. I just might give it a try. You know, drinking and shooting don't mix good.
Yeah, you can say that again. I didn't know you was a fancy man with a gun.
Neither did I. You'd be up against some real competition.
That there's Chet Bundy up in No Galleys. He's a killer by trade, real fast with a gun.
Them two with him are Waco and Bodine. You've heard about them.
Seems like I have, yeah.
Then you'd best save your $2. According to the rules, you get one gun load slow fire. If you make a high enough score, the next is fast drawing from the hip. Guess that kind of lets you out, considered competition.
Could be you're right. I think I'll wait a bit.
And over another Yakimo in.
Oh, all right.
You short of the makings, mister?
No, thanks. I don't smoke.
Since how long?
What makes you ask that?
I thought you was a fella that I used to work with down on the border. He smoked a lot.
Did he?
Yeah. And he was a good man with a gun, if you could believe what the sheriff says in Laredo.
Hey, sounds like a real fast man. What was his name?
When I knew him, he called himself Joe Blount. And you're a dead ringer for him.
Uh-huh. You say his name was Joe Blount. Well, it seems like I hear about him. There was a shooting down at Eagle Pass 5, maybe 6 years ago. He got killed.
He got... Then he saved some town a hanging. It's a nice-looking gun you're wearing, mister. Looks like it could be the mate to mine. I just wanted to show you my gun.
Well, It's a real pretty gun. Might win you some money this afternoon.
Could be. On account of there's one man faster than me that I know of. You tell me Joe Blount is dead.
That's right, he's dead.
I didn't catch your name, mister.
Newman. Joe Newman.
Well, looks like I'm just in time to buy you a drink, Joe. What'll it be?
No, I'm not drinking.
He claims a man can't shoot and drink at the same time.
He's right. I'll tell you something else a man can't do. He can't spend his life punching cattle and at the same time learn how to draw and shoot against no professionals. And I see we got a few professionals here in town today.
Maybe so, but don't be surprised if some of my boys from the Triangle give them a run for their money.
That's not the way it looks here. We can't find nobody in town willing to risk $2 to win 100. Not against Chet Bundy.
Well, then let's raise the odds. I've always been willing to pay to learn. There, add that to the prize money. That'll make an even 500 for the man who wins the pistol shoot.
How about that, Joe? That's real long odds.
$500, that's a lot of money. Seems almost more than a man should rightly give away.
Not if he wants to prove a point.
Well, still a lot of money.
Your winner in the calf roping, Montclair. It's time, 18-3, setting a new record for the basin and giving you a new champion.
Come on.
You're still my champion.
Oh, well, you're growing a real champion right here. Give Tom a couple more years, he'd be the top man in the basin.
Step right over this way, folks. The next event will be the pistol shoot. On account of most of our boys practice their shooting in the saloon, we've decided to make a meal right home-like. So each one will have a tray full of bottles and glasses to shoot at. If he hits the waiter, he's disqualified. All contestants, step up to the line.
Joe, you're sure you're doing what's right?
You just wish me luck you get that new dress.
Never mind the dress. We'll have our own ground and a windmill and water.
Good luck, Joe.
Thanks.
Oh, hi, Bob. Mr. Mack, would you like to make a little bet on the contest?
Who are you backing?
Chet Bundy. I'm laying 2 to 1.
I'll just take about $100 worth of that, thank you.
It's a bet. Just caught myself a fool. McIntire's no fool. I hear there's another gunman in town faster than Chet Bundy.
Did you hear his name?
No, I didn't. All I heard was he was part of the old border gang. Changed his name and settled right here in the basin.
You mean there's a killer here, living like decent folks?
Yeah.
I don't like that. If there's a gunman here in the basin, I want to know his name.
Then you best watch the shoot. Anybody tops Chet Bundy, that's your man.
All right, Bill Green, you get the first try. All right, Jack, boy, you're next. All right, laddie goes. Come on, Chet, show him how to do it.
Joe Newman?
Come on, boy, you can do it. You can beat them all.
He broke them all. A perfect score. Seems though you all know Joe Newman shot a perfect score, slow fire. Pete Giacomo and Chet Bundy split for second place. Latigo Miles scored next. And old Bill Green was eliminated on account of he hit a waiter. All right, boys, set up the targets for the fast shoot.
You must spend a lot of your time practicing, or do you just shoot from memory?
Well, I'll say I was lucky.
I wish I could say the same for Joe Blount. His luck ran out. And you tell me he's dead.
He's dead.
Quiet. Quiet. Now, folks, here's where we separate the men from the boys. 1 gun load of 5 shots, a fast draw, and shoot from the hip. Each contestant will get exactly 2 seconds in which to empty his gun. Should he go over the time limit, he will be ruled out with no score. Same as if he hit a waiter. All right, Latigo, step up and open the ball.
You win, Daddy, you win.
Oh, honey, I'm just half through.
You're the best, boy. Nobody can beat you.
Isn't anybody?
That's what I said. You're the best shot in the whole world. That's for true, boy. Nobody can beat you.
All right, so...
Latigo over the time limit by 1 second.
What did I tell you? Like Buckskin said, here's where we separate the men from the boys. Looks more like we're separating the working cowhands from the killers.
There's been some talk about a gunman. A man who changed his name when he came to the basin.
Has there?
I thought perhaps you'd like to know.
With $500, we can get water on the ranch.
Yes, Joe.
This time we got a score, but it ain't much good. Pete Giacomo hit 1 bottle.
Where's that secret gunman you were talking about? It sure ain't Yakima.
I guess you're right.
If it weren't Yakima or old Latigo, I guess the only real gunman in town is getting ready to shoot right now.
Go!
How do you like that for shooting? Looks like you lost $100, Mr. McIntire.
It's all right with me, as long as he gets out of town as soon as it's over.
That's right. We don't want killers here in the basin.
Chet Bundy hit 4 out of 5 in 1 2/10 seconds.
You can beat him, Pa. You can.
Joe Newman, you're next.
With water on the ranch, we'd have a whole new life, Ellen.
Yes, a new life. But if that's the way you want it, Joe.
All right, Joe Newman.
Go ahead, Pa. You can do it. Show him how it's done.
Now, son, you better get back to your mother.
But you're going to win, aren't you?
Back to your mother.
He went over the time limit. The winner, the new champion pistol shot of the basin, Chet Bundy.
about Joe Blount.
We've got no quarrel, mister. Joe Blount is dead.
All ready?
Yes, all ready.
Joe?
Well, Mr. Mason, I was wondering if you had a spot for an extra man out the triangle. I need a job.
Not right at the minute. Could be something open up in a month or so. Why don't you see me then, Joe?
All right.
Goodbye.
Have a cigar, Joe.
No, thanks.
Go ahead, take it. Even if you didn't win, you're entitled to a cigar. Funny thing about a man, sooner or later, what's inside of him is bound to come out. I've been watching you all day, wearing your good right arm out, reaching in your pocket for a sack of tobacco. Only it ain't there. You're a smoking man, Joe. How come you won't help yourself to a good cigar? Too proud?
Could be.
You ain't too proud to ask for $500. How come?
I could take the $500 and put some work and sweat into it and make it grow.
And a 10-cent cigar, something your insides must be yelling for?
I can get along without that.
And you can do without working for the triangle. You've got your windmill, mister. Buy a good one and send me the bill for it. Then put your well down and I'll pay for that. Of course, it'll be your money. I'm only lending it to you.
What about the security?
I don't know of any better security for a loan than a man as all-fired, stubborn, and proud as you are. But when Ellen goes in for supplies, just say you got credit anywhere in town.
About that dress.
I can get the dress later. But before we leave town, why don't you step inside and buy yourself some tobacco?
Yeah.